Okay, we are here with Norenberc, Andreas Stedding, and I'm sorry I forgot your name.
My name is Bart from White Goblin.
Thank you very much. So before we start, cheers everyone.
Cheers.
There we go. Okay. So tell us about Norenberc here.
Yeah, well, one of the most important things are these ones. They are called beer meeples. The only game with beer meeples so far. So
Very important.
you don't have to be thirsty.
Yes.
Now, the game itself seems to have quite simple rules, but there's a lot of depth in it. You have, in a 5-player game, you have 6 guild houses. When you play this game with a smaller number of players, you take away some guild houses and some game material.
So each one of these is a separate board.
Yes. So the game adjusts itself to the number of players,
Nice.
which is really a good thing because it plays good with 2, with 3, with 4, with 5 people. So you have 6 guild houses, and each player has 6 cards, one of each of the guild houses. And what you do first is you also have 4 agents, and the agents allow you to do actions in one of the guild houses. So you start, you choose the guild houses in which you want to do an action. For example, in my first turn, the game consists of 4 rounds, and during a round you can have more turns. So for example, I plan to do an action in the beer guild house. I put my card down, place the other ones here, I put an agent on it, and all the players will plan their actions blindly.
Okay.
Okay? So after each one has planned his actions, and in this case I have only planned an action in the beer guild house, so I can do there only one action.
Okay.
But I can also decide to plan all 4 actions. Then I have no more turns during this round. I can also plan on doing 2 actions in 2 different guild houses, for example in the guild house of the head makers. After each player has planned his first actions, 1 or more, we call for first for the beer guild house. That's the first guild house.
So the one number is here.
Yes, the numbers are across
Each
the
guild
top.
house has a number, so you start with number 1, the beer guild house. You call for the beer guild house, and each player that has planned an action over there has to open up his card and is allowed to do an action in the beer guild house. In the playing order, people can do their actions. So if yellow is first, here there will be cubes.
Oh, okay. So this
for the playing
establishes
order.
turn order.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
all
right. If yellow has planned an action in the beer guild house, yellow is allowed to do first. And yellow can do 4 things. The first thing yellow can do is buy a guild in the beer guild house. In this case, this is the guild master, always the person here right below in the guild house.
In the lower right.
Yes. This indicates that if I buy beer from the beer guild house, I have to pay 2. I have coins over here, also hidden for other players, so other players don't know how much money I have. I have to pay 2, and I get 1 beer. I can also buy up to 3 beers if I want to, not in the first round, but then I have to pay 6. The second action I can do over there is selling goods. I start with 1 good from each guild house, so if I decide to sell my beer meeple, which I shouldn't do, I should drink it, then I get 2 coins.
So the tile that is in this spot determines
The
both
price.
selling and the buying.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So you can already see, because at the end of a round, they will be put here.
Yes.
They shift over.
Yes, and you can already see what the price will be in the second round, in the third round, and in the fourth round. And that is very important in the game.
Yes, definitely.
Then are the 2 actions you can do. There's also a third action. You can recruit a guest. There are guests here at the guest houses of each guild. Then I have to pay for goods. For example, if I want this guest, I have to pay 1 beer meeple and 1 of the other goods.
So the square is any other good.
any good.
Yes. Let me say that I want to recruit this guest. I pay 1 beer meeple and 1 of the other, for example, pastry. I put it here in the supply and I get that guest.
Oh, so pastries goes there.
Yes, but this is also a very important thing in the game, because now a person can buy pastry in the beer guild house for only 2. While here at the bakery it will cost a player 5.
Yes.
The guests all have special options. For example, this one will give you 2 victory points at the end of the game. All guests have different options, and it's your aim. The aim of the game is, of course, to gain victory points.
Very new concept.
And you get points for example, some guests will give you points, but also at the end of each round, each guild will choose his favorite player. And the player with the most goods of a guild will get the guild master, this one, and a shield. And at the end of the game, you will get points, for example, for different shields. How many different shields you have?
Oh, the different one.
Yeah.
Different one, yes.
Yes. But also, if you have the highest value of, for example, brewers, you will also score points.
Oh, okay.
If you have a person from a craftsman of all of the 6 different kind of guilds, you will also score points. So it's very important to become the favorite of the guild master, of course. So you will get this and you will score points. So that, in really short, is the game. Did I forget an important thing, Andreas?
There are a lot of forgotten, but that's not a problem. That's the main part of the game. The question is, take this guy, I buy a lot of these things, and I get the guy, or do I more merchandising by trying to get money, selling, buying, and then with a lot of money and taking to a certain round, I get better one.
Yeah.
This is the most important decision you have to make. And I must have to say, in your first game, you will do this wrong.
Less than optimal, right? Yes.
This game really has its own economical system, and that is very important in this game. And the rules are quite simple. After you've done an action, you play an agent here, and there are some more smaller rules that also affect the game and the gameplay. But it really is, it has quite simple rules, and it seems like you don't have many choices, but also with the planning of your actions, you do it blindly.
Yeah.
That's also one thing that makes this game really interesting. The choices will be really difficult at some times, and the gameplay is quite simple, but this game is really intriguing.
Let me ask you 2 questions now. First of all, you said that, so we've got 4 of these.
Yes,
at the beginning.
Okay,
Yes.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then why would you not use all 4 in a round?
Well, for example, when you do this game with 5 players, and I have planned an action here, and I'm the last one in line, and my action, for example, was to recruit a guest, and the guest that I wanted was already taken by another player. Then, for example, I can pass, but perhaps I don't know all the strategies at this point. I have to play the game quite some times more, and I definitely will, because it's a great game. But perhaps Andreas also has.
Yes, one reason is this: if I have 4 action, if I use these 4 actions in the first round, they're gone, and the other player can do any more actions maybe. When I do only 1 action, I buy 2 beer meeple. Then other player has do only 4 action and has bought 3 beer meeple.
Ah, okay.
Now I see he has more. He gets the guild master, and I say no. I do another round. I do an action and buy also 2 more. Now I have 4, and he has done all his actions in the first round. He has no possibility to react.
Oh, okay.
That's
all
the
right.
question. But if I do all 4 in the first, I have more things to buy, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the question. What I do, what I want. Maybe there are only 2 more cakes. Then I will say, oh, I must be first. I must take this cake. Or the other cakes, the way it's too. Now the price is 5, too high. I will wait 1 turn. Maybe it's better. It's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
There's no way, the best way to win. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Yeah.
What is also really important in this game is, like Andreas in fact already mentioned, is the turn order.
Yeah.
That's really important. A really important part in this game, and you can only change it when you recruit a guest from one of the guild houses.
Oh, okay.
And that's really an important part of the game.
So how does it change?
If you buy anyone, you change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You go on top. You will be first in line.
Yes, you will be first. It's good for
It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really simple, but really simple.
Well, there's clear rules. It's straightforward, but there's depth to it.
There's a lot of depth.
Okay.
And I played this game last Saturday, and I've been thinking about that certain play. ever since
That's
about
cool.
what went terribly wrong in the first round. Because a mistake is easily made. A mistake is easily made, and also other players will sometimes make tiny mistakes, and then you can perhaps gain
Take
victory.
advantage, yes, I see. Okay. All right, so that's again Norenberc, Andreas Stedding. Nice to meet you.
Nice
that was
to meet
great.
you.
Yeah.
And great. Okay.
Yeah.
So.